is Rajul. I'm 11 years old, and I've been coding at Unbound for the past 11 months. And I have my friend Siddhant with me.
Hi, my name is Siddhant, and I am 12 years old, and I am in 6th grade, and I'm here to help Rajul with his hackathon. So the project is that if you, for example, click on a good source that like helps the environment, your score will go up by 3. But if you click on something that's bad for the environment, such as littering, then your score will go down. Something good would be like windmills or recycling. Once you get 20 points, you win the game. And for clicking something good, you get 3 points, while for clicking something bad, you will lose 5 points.
I'll explain how I did this entire coding. So first, I put the background spring, and on the background you see spring, and then I made a sprite solar where I'll talk about it later, and I put the solar size as 1 and the score as 0 because and then I displayed the score because I put the score as 0 because I have to get to 20 as my score, so I can get 20, so I can win the game. And then I put the timer as 2 seconds for this text to come up, and then I put the interval function, which where it means each sprite will come every 2 seconds. So first I did global timer, so timer can be outside the functions. And then I made timers equal to timer -1 for the time. And if timer was greater than 0, then this text would be here. Click on renewable energy resources and eco-friendly activities to increase the score. And then after that, I'll keep it blank after. And then solar randex, I'll put it random between -240 and 240. And solar rand y, I'll put it random between -240 and 240. This is the x-axis, this is the y-axis, and for this one, this is the x-axis, this is the y-axis. No, sorry. This one is the x-axis between -240 and 240. And this one is the y-axis between -240 and 240. And then I used a random choice for all the sprites. First I ended with solar, then I ended with water being thrown on the road with someone like throwing it midair. And then a picture of wasting water, and a tree being cut down, and water going on the recycle, which is good, and the ocean being super clean, which is also good. And then if random image was solar, then I would load the image solar, and then I'd set the size solar for 1. And if random image was the water being thrown on the road, I'd load the image of the water being thrown on the road, and I'll set the size as 1. And if the random image was wind, the windmill, then I'd use the wind. I'd get 3 points because the wind would windmill. And if the random image was water, I'd set the size for water as 1. And if the random image was tree, I load the image 2, and then I'd set the size as 1. If the random image was water, again on the source 63, I'd load the image water on the source 63, and then set the size as 1. If random image was ocean on the score 13C, I'd load the image ocean on the score 13C, and I'd set the size as 1. And then the solar, which is all the other sprites, they go at a random X and Y position. Each 2 seconds, each random sprite will show. And then I use the click function for when I run it, and then I have to click at the sprite so I can score. And I put global score. And I put the sprite image for the solar to get the image name, because if it's like any other between the 7 sprites, and 1 comes, and then I click it. I have to get the image name so I can either add the score or lose the score. So if it hit the solar, if I clicked on the solar, I'd get 3 plus 3 in my score. So I'd have 3 points. And then I have to update the score. And if it hit the water being thrown on the road, then I would lose 5 points because that's not good. And I'd have to update the score. And if it was the windmill, then I would gain 3 points and I'd have to update the score. And if it was wasting water, I have to lose 5 points. And if it was showing a tree being cut down, I have to lose 5 points and I have to update the score, even for this one too. And if it hits the water on the score 63, I have to add the score to 3 because the water is being thrown in the recycle, and I have to update the score. And if the image is ocean, a really clean ocean, I get 3 points, and I have to update the score. So for all, I put the solar rendex between minus 240 and 240, solar rand y between minus 240 and 240, and I put random image is equal to random.choice between all the 7 sprites. Right here, I load the image and then I set size for 1. If rand image was gonna be bad underscore 86C, I'd load the image bad underscore 86C. Set the size 1. If random image was wind underscore 650, I'd load it. I'd set the size as 1. If random image was wastewater underscore 511, I'd load it and set the size as 1. If random image was tree underscore 486, I'd load it and set the size as 1. If the random image was water and underscore 63, I'd load it and set the size as 1. If the random image was ocean underscore 13C, I'd load it and set the size as 1. If the and then you put the solar to go between the rand I, y and x, minus 240 and 240. Rand y also minus 240 and 240. And if my score is 20 or more than 20, I put a text saying that I win the game and I have solar, which will help a lot. And then I wait for 2 seconds and then I delete all the sprites. And then I use the interval function, like I said, so I can put each sprite after 2 seconds. And I use the solar.event click. Thank you for watching. Please press the like button. Thank you so much.
And yeah, and also subscribe, and thanks to Rajul for making this project.
Bye.